Hello everyone, welcome to Software Testing Zone. Today this is the first session where we'll be start working on the automation testing project. This one is for beginners or experience having 0 to 2 years or people who wants to move to automation now. Okay, so this is a session 1 and this is all the part which we'll be covering today. First thing is a prerequisite. So I'm considering that in your system you are having Java plus Eclipse installed. Okay, to check if you are having Java or not, you can simply go to command prompt and write a command Java space version, and here you should be able to see that what version you are having in your system. Okay, simply Java space dash dash version. So I'll add this here as well to check Java is installed or not. Type command Java space dash dash version in CMD. Okay, and you will be able to find out that your system is having Java or not. Then you have to install Eclipse, which you can install from, like, go to Google Chrome and search for that Eclipse download for Windows, and from this website you will be able to download Eclipse and install. Okay, so these are some simple steps. So I'm considering that your system is having Java plus Eclipse installed. Okay, so I'll go to my Eclipse now and we'll start creating the project. Okay, we'll follow very simple step as this is the beginner level, so it's very much important for us to understand how these things works. So we won't go into framework development at this stage. First we will create a Maven project and we will try to automate one scenario, okay, in a single class only. We will not follow POM for now. We will be implementing those things like TestNG, POM model, framework development into later sections. So let's go to Eclipse and simply from here you can create your new project. Okay, from here, or you can go to file, new project. Okay, once you go there you will get these options. So in Maven we have to select Maven project and click next. Okay, you can simply click here that create a simple project, skip archetype selection, next. Now here we have to give group ID and artifact ID. Okay, so let us say group ID is automation project. Okay, and in artifact ID I'll give beginner level. Okay, this satisfies the condition. No red mark here. Now just click on finish. So we can see that beginner level project is created. Okay, so we are having src main Java, src main resources, src test Java, src test resources. So src main Java and src main resources, these part are for developers, so we don't have to touch these folders. For us, we are having src test Java and src test resources. In src test Java we will have our code written. In src test resources you can have your config file, then properties file, or other files you can have in src test resource. If you are using BDD framework, then in that case you can have your feature files. Okay, then we are having target folder and pom.xml. so first we'll go to pom.xml as we are going to use Selenium and all. So for that we need to have some dependencies using which we will be able to get the libraries of Selenium. Okay, so we need to have Maven dependencies. So I'll just have some section here. We can simply go to Chrome, type Maven dependencies. Okay, so this is the link. We'll go here. Now this is the Maven side. First dependency we need is Selenium Java dependency. So this is the first option. Select any of the version which is having maximum uses. You can pick any of this. Okay, I'll go to 4.10. This is the dependency. Control C. I'll copy this and I'll add it here. Okay, so we need to add one tag here, that is dependencies, and we need to close it also, so we'll put it over here. Okay, so red mark has gone. So Selenium Java we have imported. One more thing we'll have is, let us get test ng. .8, and we can have this control C, control V. I'll take one more, that is Apache POI. You should also know uses of this dependencies. Sometimes they also ask that for which purpose you have imported these dependencies. So testng is for testing framework. So if we have to execute as a part of testng any scenario, in that case we will need testng. Selenium, we used to have the methods which are available in Selenium library. So for that we import Selenium Java. So now you have to press Ctrl S and you will see that the building has started here. Okay, in this section. If you want to check, you can click on JRE system libraries and you will see that these all libraries are now imported in your project. Okay, so yeah, this is the simple setup. We have done step number 2. Now let us start with the coding. So first I'll create one package. So let us say I'll have one package. So just I'm creating on SRC test Java, new, then package. I'll give it name as a home. Okay, if you use capital letters as a start, it will say that discourage package name. By convention, package name usually start with a lowercase, so you should have a lowercase. So let us say home is our package, and I'll create a class name as login. Your class name could be start with capital letters. So here I am using public static void main, as for now we are not directly using testng. Okay, so our first day or first session deals with automating a scenario with a simple class. We'll keep it as simple. Okay, now let's start. So our step one will be launch the browser and website. Launch the browser and website. Okay, so to launch the browser we will need a browser.exe. Okay, so chrome.exe, if you are using Chrome, then we need a driver for Chrome. If you are using Firefox, we need Gecko driver. So I'm already having the driver. What I'll do is I'll create one folder in my project. I'll create one folder named as browser. Finish. Okay, so I'm having this folder. Now what I'll do is I have exe file. So let's go to, I'm having exe file, so I'll just copy Control C and I'll click on this browser folder and Control V. So if now you see my browser is in our folder path. Okay, so what is the code for this? We'll start with system dot, then we are having set properties. So we have to go with string key and string value. Okay, WebDriver dot Chrome dot driver, WebDriver dot Chrome dot driver, and we need path of this Chrome driver. So I'll just right click on this and go to properties. I will copy the path Control C, and I'll put that path in here. Okay, now as we are already in the project, we don't have to mention beginner label. We can directly start with browser. Okay, so I'll just delete that part. We are having browser folder, and in that browser folder we are having chromedriver.exe. Now I'll end this command with semicolon. Now we have to create an instance of WebDriver. So WebDriver driver equals to new Chrome driver. WebDriver driver equals to new Chrome driver. This is a red line, so we'll have to import WebDriver in our projects. So if we just hover on this WebDriver, it will give suggestions. So both the things we have to import. Okay, now the website which we'll be working on, driver.get. Okay, so the website is orange HRM demo. Okay, so this is our website. So it's having a username, password, login button, a simple use case. So I'll copy this URL and I'll go to our Eclipse and I'll paste this URL over here. Okay, so this is the basic part which will launch our browser and then launch our website. We can also maximize it. So driver dot manage dot window dot maximize. This is first step. One more step we can do is, if you want to add any weight, like implicitly weight or explicitly weight or fluent weight, we can add our weight here if required. If not, we can skip that part. One thing I wanted to mention is that the implicitly weight, the old version is deprecated as it was part of Selenium 3. Now we have imported the library which is Selenium 4. Okay, if I show you, this is Selenium 4.10, right? So in for that method is deprecated. So what is the option we are having? Let's see, manage dot timeouts dot implicitly weight. Okay, so this is the new method. Initially we used to go with this, so it is saying that deprecated means it's not in the use anymore. So we'll go with the first method where we are having duration. We'll use this. So we need to type duration dot, then off minute or off seconds you can mention here. I'll have off seconds. So it means that the driver will wait for 10 seconds before throwing any exception. So this is our step number 1 where we will launch the browser and website. Now let's run this code and see if the code is correct or not. So we have run the commands and it's opening the browser, it's opening the website, and it should maximize the browser as well. Okay, so our website is now open and it is maximized. So second thing is we have to log in. This is already have a username and password, so we'll have to use this as a data. We'll have to find out web elements of username, password and login, 3 web elements, and we have to perform some action on that. Okay, so let's start with that. So our step number 2, as I mentioned here, launch the browser and demo website. So I'll copy the code in our Word file also, so it will be like, you know, helpful for you to follow. Now we have to find the web elements and provide actions for them. So let's work on our step number 2. Step 2, find web elements and provide actions. So our first web element is username. Okay, So I need to import web element also, so I'll import web element. Now let's go to our website, right click and inspect. Okay, so here we are having class name placeholder, so we can use name also, we can use class also. I'll go with the class. Control C. We all know that how to write the XPath. Okay, so first we have to start with this one, / input, then in square bracket @ class equals to, in single inverted comma, the value of class. Okay, so now it's showing 2 items. So another one is for password, first one is for username, another one is for password. So we can also use index here. Now it is 1 of 1. We need to ensure that the findings are 1 of 1 only, so there shouldn't be any confusion for driver to find out the web element. Okay, so driver dot find elements, driver dot find element by XPath, and we can put our XPath over here. Okay, this is our first element. For another element we just need to change the index, right? So I'll say web element password equals to, I'll copy this entire thing and I'll change this to 2. Now third web element is login button, so equals to, let us find out XPath for button. So this is your button. I'll copy the class, I'll remove the index, and as you can see it starts with button, so we have to replace input with button. Okay, the search results are 1 of 1, so we can use this XPath. Control C, tab, driver dot find element by dot XPath, and we can put this XPath. Okay, so now we are having all these 3 web elements. So now we have to provide actions for this web elements. So let's start with that. Username dot, what we have to do is we have to send something, send keys, and we need to provide what value we need to send. So if you look at the website, we have given that username is admin, and password is admin123. So we will provide this value. For now we are hard coding these values. In further sessions we will be parameterizing this. So let us go with password dot send keys admin123. Okay, and for button we just need to have login button dot click will work. Okay, so these are simple actions which we are providing for this web elements. We will provide username as admin, password as admin123, and we will click on the login button. So this was our step number 2. Now let's run the program and we'll see if it's working or not. So here our browser is getting launched, our website is getting launched. Now it will maximize. So here is providing password but not username, so something is wrong. Let's see. no such element exception, no such element exception. So it's not able to locate the web element stu. Okay, so let's cross check if our XPath is correct or not. We'll copy this XPath, we'll go to website, and here so we are having the correct XPath. Let us say 2 should be about password. So yeah, this one is of password. So this happens when your code is executing slow and your browser is loading fast, or vice versa. Okay, so if any of the element is loading slow, then there will be a synchronization issue. So to handle that, what I'll do is I'll add thread.sleep sleep of, let us say, 5000 millisecond. 5000 millisecond means 5 seconds. Okay, so it will ask me to add exception, so exception will be added. So once our browser is launched and website is loaded, it will wait for 5 seconds. It will stop execution for 5 seconds. Then the elements will be found and action will be provided. So let's run the code now. Site is getting open. You see, to load the site it's taking some time, and because of that it may happen that is not able to find out the web element. Still it's directly so what happens is there is a possibility whenever we are using indexes, no, so the driver is not able to identify the web element. So what will we do? We will find another XPath and we will execute that. So now let's check out, and if I click on a username, so what we are having class and we are also having name. So name is a unique quantity which we are having. Okay, so if we look for password, we can say for password also we are having name as a password. So these two attributes are unique. So what will we do? We will remove XPath and we will use name to identify this element. So by dot, we also having name as a locator, so username, and for password I'll replace this XPath with name as a dot dot name as a password, Okay, button is having a unique XPath, so no problem with that. Now let's execute our code and see if it we are getting the output or not. Our website is getting open. It will enter username and password. It will click on login button, and we are able to see that we are on the home page. Now once we reach to the home page, our main motto is to take screenshot of this home page as a proof that the login is getting successful. So for that we need to add our step number 3. So let's have step number 3, take screenshot. Okay, take screenshot. So what I'll do, I'll add another folder in our project, name as screenshot, Okay, now what is the code for screenshot? We'll use file class, and because this is source is equals to take screenshot, then driver dot we need to have this in a bracket, driver dot get screenshot as output type dot file, output type dot file. Okay, so this is our source. We need to import file from java.io. Then we will have another file as destination equals to new file, and what we have to do is we have to provide path for that particular screenshot to be saved. So this is our folder, so I'll simply write down screenshot double backward slash, and now we have to give name for that screenshot. So let us say test_1 dot and output type of that particular file. So file. Okay, so both the things which we have mentioned, first one is our source. Okay, so here it will store the screenshot, get screenshot. We have to provide output.file. Then we have to provide a destination where this will be stored. So now we have to copy the file from source to the destination. So for that we are having file handler dot copy from source to destination. So this will again ask us for the exception. So we'll click on throw exception, IO exception. Now we are able to have this exception because we have imported that apache.py. Okay, this dependency. Okay, now this will be able to take the screenshot. Now once we are having a screenshot, we need to close the browser. Step 4, close the browser. Okay, so we are having that I can print one statement here. Test scenario is successfully tested, and then driver dot close, driver dot quit. Okay, so here our code completes. So we will close the window and close the browser. Let's run the code and see if it's working. So here our website is getting open. It will maximize the browser. It will enter login credentials, login. We'll wait for 5 seconds and it should close the window. Now if you see in screenshot we have nothing for now. So let's refresh this folder. Once you refresh the folder, you'll be able to see the screenshot. Okay, so this is the proof that our login page is working fine. Okay, our credentials are working fine and our automation script is able to log into web page, and we are now navigated to the home page. Okay, so today we have not generated any type of report because we are not using test-ng currently. So we are just using simple Java program, and we have executed all our 4 steps, that launching the browser, opening website, finding out the web elements, take a screenshot, and then close the browser. So this is it for our session number 1. In our session number 2, what we will do is we will log out from the page, we will generate the report, and we will execute the same code as a test scenario using test-ng annotations. Okay, so tune in to our channel for upcoming videos. Thank you very much. If you like it, share this video and subscribe to the channel. Thank you.